In this video, I'm going over the McFarlane 1939 Batman. A lot of people are saying this is the peak Batman figure. I don't buy a lot of McFarlane figures. I find it hard to pay full price for a lot of these figures, especially the way some of them are set up. But this one is pretty damn good, and it comes with a wired cape. That's not something you find a lot at domestic retail. So getting that for $22.99, it was a no-brainer. And I have been passing on this figure for a while. Like, I've been passing on this figure for literally like a month now. Like, I've seen it like 10 times. I'm happy to say that I'm glad I did. Sculpt and detail is pretty simple because this is a first appearance Batman, so his costume looks a little different, like that little ass logo. And purple gloves for some reason. My initial plan for this was to turn it into an animated series Batman, which I'm still going to do. I just have to plan out how to do this head because I was not aware this figure had this situation with the neck. I thought it was a separate neck like most McFarlanes are. Like I said, I don't buy a lot of these, so I was not aware. Somebody told me this is on a Hush body, and apparently that's like standard with a Hush figure. Never would have known. Doesn't even have the fins on the back of the arm. That was a twist for me. I'm not used to seeing Batman without that. Let's talk about accessories really quick. He really only comes with 4 separate hands. I'm not going to pop him on a figure because I don't even want to go through that. But he comes with these karate chop hands and like these other like karate style hands, if that's something you like. And he comes with a blue wrench. Not really sure what that's about. I don't know anything about first appearance Batman. And I guess you could consider the wired cape an accessory because that's, I really can't even wrap my brain around this cape, and it's not a bad cape. Like it holds a pose. Like it would be different if this was like SHF, for example. They will put a cape on a figure and it won't even hold a pose. Mezco, for example, they'll put a cape on a figure. Dr. Doom, prime example. The Dr. Doom cape is terrible. I really do wish that they had put a wire on the bottom at least. That would have been nice. But for what's here, I think it's great. Articulation is pretty standard for a McFarlane, except for this neck. The neck will look up that far, not far at all. That's pretty much straight. It'll look down a lot though. I don't understand. I don't understand why it won't go back. For the arms, you get that typical like arm shift. It's not a butterfly joint, but it's not a butterfly joint. They'll go up that far. You do get a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow will fold all the way in. The wrist is that multi-directional hinge, so it'll go in any spot you need it to. Torso is I do have a problem with the torso. The typical issue I have, the guy won't bend forward at all. Like that's just it. He will bend back a lot though. Can't understand for the life of me why figures will go back further than forward. I'll never understand it. Hips go up that far to run into the diaper, back that far. You get the typical McFarlane thigh shift. Speaking of this thigh shift, when did everybody stop cutting their thighs on McFarlane figures? I used to see that all the time, and now I don't see it at all. Crazy. Legs go back that far. He won't kick his own ass. He'll run into the sculpt, but that is a pretty good bend, and the knees are not ugly. The elbows aren't ugly either. That's when I tell y'all McFarlane came a long way because these joints used to be terrible. Ankles, he does the thing that I like, which is give him an ankle swivel. It's the same multi-directional joint like the wrist. Go down that far. Up that far, you get a toe pivot, and you do get an ankle rocker. And this will ankle rock even crazier. Like if you want Batman to have a broken ankle, there it is. But here's Batman. If I can get him to stand up, I still might turn him into an animated series version though. Like I'm still working on that because I don't care about this guy will not stand up. This is part of the reason why I don't buy McFarlane figures. As much as I like this, I don't like the fact that a lot of them won't stand up by themselves. Here he is next to Hercules. This is already a big figure, and McFarlane still towers over it. Here he is next to Pretty Boy. Mezco Custom I was working on. Jada Toys Iceman. Marvel Select Captain America. So if you want your Cap and Batman to be the same height, there you go. And here he is next to a Captain America figure. Final thoughts on this one. It looks really good. It looks really good. I like what's here except for the torso. People are saying this is the peak Batman figure, and I see why. If you collect McFarlane figures, this one should be at the top of the list. It should be on your hunt list if you don't have it. It's good. The cape is a major plus. Someone was saying, someone on my TikTok, I get a lot of interactions on TikTok. Someone said all action figure companies are doing wired capes. I haven't heard not a single one announce that, so I'm going to take that with a grain of salt, which means it's not true at all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you got it. Let me know what you think, and I'm out.